looking for the Timberwolves to have a victory here on their home. Home floor. And we've got it for you live, right here on 2K Sports. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. The Milwaukee Bucks coming to this one following a loss. Trent outside. And the call is going to be, yes it is, an illegal screen. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Now here is Conley. Outside Edwards. And all that time before dropping in.
And so good off the bounce. Edwards working on his shot off the catch, and it is paying off.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. No good on the three. And it's Trent in the corner. To the paint. The shot's good from Lopez.
Just so smooth inside. Lopez, a gifted finisher as a big.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
I had a chance to catch up with Chris Finch. I talked with Coach about how he plans to stop Giannis Antetokounmpo tonight. Coach laughed and then asked me, you have any ideas? Giannis is an impossible matchup. We just hope to slow him down a little. As always, it's very difficult to game plan for the Greek Freak. A multiple-time MVP. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David.
And Norman Powell, as a point getter, understands the value of the free throw. He's been over 80% for his career at the line.
Milwaukee shooting their first free throws of the game. Well, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
Clock is at 3. Randall no good. And it's Milwaukee's ball to the middle. Here's Trent. Back to Lillard. Over Conley. And that one's good. Lillard.
And one of the quickest triggers. Lillard says, now you see it, now you don't.
Pass to McDaniels. Back to Conley. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Edwards' shot is good.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
The shot by Powell, no good. Now here's Conley. Over to the left wing. Outside Edwards. And stolen by Lillard. Jumps up. And Lillard throws it down.
Yeah, with how hot Damian Lillard can get, you cannot let him steal the ball and then put one away in the open court. Here he comes.
Out to Edwards. Back to Conley. Pass to Gobert. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Powell with it. All alone. Gobert pulls it in.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
Antetokounmpo with the ball. Pass to Lillard. Back to Giannis. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That is his first foul of the game. And the Bucks with possession here. They trail by 1. From deep, Trent. That's a no-go, and he's still looking for his first bucket after 2 shots. Now Randall. Still scoreless. Here's McDaniels. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Randall no good.
He really suffocated him there, guys. Just excellent work.
Pass to Powell. For the 3. The kick out to Lopez. It's stolen by Gobert. Outside Conley. Edwards looking it over. And here's Randall. And it's sent back by Lopez.
Well, Lopez has size and great instincts. That makes him a threat to knock shots away like that.
We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Now here's Conley. It's Edwards on the wing. Offensive rebound. Out to Conley. Back to McDaniels. Here's Edwards. Gobert trying to get open. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Edwards got 10 points in the game.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
Lillard with no one around. Drills it from outside. He's got 9.
Well, he hasn't missed yet, guys, and the defense is scrambling for answers to stop this hot start.
Got a hand on it. Pass to Powell. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Bucks.
How about the ferocity we have seen from them on defense? I mean, they're looking to contest every shot that goes up.
Well, one thing that's noticeable is just tremendous energy from everybody, and they put that into their transition play, and all that hustle is paying off.
Randall from outside. Conley scanning the floor. Here's Edwards. Here's Randall. And Randall throws it down.
Well, Randall can get up there with the best of them. It's a quick move.
The overall game of Julius Randall is impressive. He's gritty. He is in there giving it, Brent, his everything.
Yeah, Kevin, you think about that year where he averaged 24, 10 rebounds, and 6 assists. I mean, the only other guys that did that were Will Chamberlain, Mr. Robertson, Larry Bird, Russell Westbrook, Jokic, Giannis. All of those guys won MVPs. That's a heck of a list.
He throw good. Giannis.
How is it that Giannis always seems fired up? I mean, this guy has a true enthusiasm for the game and for competition. He just delivers night in and night out. That's what makes him a star.
It's Porter outside. It's Clark with the rebound.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Out left of the wing. Reed with it. Picked up by Kuzma. Alexander Walker on the wing. Inside. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Lillard outside. It's stolen by Randall. And now the Timberwolves on the break. And the rejection by Giannis. There's Porter with the three. Knocked loose.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss. That kind of energy not wasted.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 5. Deep 2 from Lopez. Rebound by Alexander Walker.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Pass to Randall. Picked by Randall. 6 to shoot. A rebound by the Bucks.
Just cannot get anything to go. If there's going to be a way to get out of this hole, I don't think he'll be the one to do it.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The Bucks use their size defensively to great impact. Coach Doc Rivers said, we're not fast, we're long. So we get our fingertips on a lot of balls, and that slows fast teams down. Switching keeps guys in front of you, and the more size we can put in front of people, the better we can be. Kevin?
Yeah, you followed this league for a long time. That sounds like a pretty good game plan. And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. .58 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Rollins. Outside, Green. Offensive rebound, Bucks. Pass to Porter. Here's Rollins. A second chance effort. And another shot. Sims. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
No good on the second free throw. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Down low. Here's Reed. Milwaukee with the rebound. Pass to Porter. To the inside. A shot by Sims. No good.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Bucks ahead. Up. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you can't be careless with your shot selection out there because some of them are getting thrown back.
Back to Gobert. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And the big man from France, Gobert, a menace around the rim.
You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
Reed gets the bucket.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
To the paint. Here's Kuzma. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Kuzma's got his first points of the game.
Kuz loves those inside shots, and he's working hard to find them.
Pass to McDaniels. For three, Edwards. Offensive rebound. Reed. Sweet move.
That's going to be a big morale booster.
And you know what? It could come down to those second chance buckets when it's all said and done today.
Well, especially in a close game, every possession matters.
And they get it back. And it's McDaniels with the rebound. Edwards with it. Now guarded by Porter. And slam dunk by Gobert.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Defenses try to test Porter's physicality, but he's adjusted well to it.
Pass to McDaniels. It's stolen by Livingston. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. The Bucks have only one missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Porter. From outside, off the mark.
I'm shocked that it didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
To the middle. Here's Gobert.
Not stopping that. Gobert from there is right around 100%.
Out to Kuzma. Porter looking it over. Over in the corner, Livingston. And the Bucks miss again. Minnesota in the lead. Pass to McDaniels. Powell pulls it in. On offense, here are the Bucks. All sorts of time. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Powell's got his second bucket tonight.
Great job by Norman Powell off the catch.
Pick by Reed. Edwards. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Kyle Kuzma picks one up. And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. And as outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that. Always impressive when a smaller player has a nose for the ball and rises up amongst the taller ones to grab rebounds.
Picked him clean. Fast break, Milwaukee. Moving it up. Back to Lillard. Corner shot. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Well, off the bounce, we know he's good, but off of the kickouts, he can still get it done. That one rings true.
Clark, left side. Back to Conley. 6 on the shot clock. Down low. Timberwolves passing it around. Edwards. The rebound by the Bucks. Lillard with it. Guarded now by Clark. Powell. They get the rebound. And here's Trent. No scoring in this one. Back to Lillard. The Bucks need to get a shot off here.
Yeah, Lillard has a talent to move the ball. He's developed those sharp instincts.
And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Trailing by 2. Outside Edwards. Back to Randall. Out to Conley. Pass to Randall. And Randall throws it down.
Randall with massive improvement over last year and could beat you in so many ways that he has confidence in now. What a flush.
Now here's Lillard. 11 points in the game. Inside. From 13. Missed for the first time this game. He's 5 for 6. And here are the Timberwolves. Outside Edwards. Back to Conley. Over in the corner, Edwards. Shoots it up. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Pass to Trent. Here's Sims. Back to Trent. It's hauled in by Edwards.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
And we may have an injury here that does not look good.
And that's the one thing you just really can't control or even guard against, and that's injury.
Yep, you can do all the stretching and all the strength training, eat right, train right, but at the end of the day, it's pretty random.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Clock at 4. Ingles can't get it to go. Here's Lillard. Gets to the hoop. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Some nights Lillard can just keep going and going.
There's a good screen. Pass to Alexander Walker. To the inside. Nice move. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up. The NBA scoring explosion, Brent, hasn't slowed down. We're getting record-setting offenses, it seems like, every single season.
Yeah, Kevin, lots of factors going into that. Obviously, more three-pointers being taken and figuring out the math of the game. But let's give credit to the players and the work that they're doing in the off-season in terms of getting better with their skill to be able to shoot that basketball and seek out the most efficient shot on the court.
Onto the Kumbo, no good. Smart accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
Shots good by Alexander Walker.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
To the paint. Stolen by Reed. To the middle. Lopez with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. There's Giannis. Look out below.
That's a nice toss up there, so you got to like the timing. But, of course, that's Giannis. He's going to grab anything.
Pass to Alexander Walker. And there's a minute 45 left in the first half of the game. Gobert. Now, here's Reed. Can't connect from 13 feet out. Lillard left side. And the turnover again by Milwaukee. Here's Alexander Walker. 5 points in the game. Picked by Reed. On the wing, Ingles. Launches a three. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. The Bucks trail. Run for about a decade, the Bucks have virtually been a lock for the playoffs.
Yeah, you think about Giannis being drafted in 2013, and absolutely nobody saw what was coming with him. They missed the playoffs in his first and his third year, and then all of a sudden, Giannis fully arrived. He's developed into a star, not just a star, but a superstar, and these guys have been contenders ever since.
And the length of Gobert can be so difficult to deal with, and that's why you have to be physical with him on defense.
He makes one of two that time.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
Now, here's DiVincenzo. Following the miss by Brook Lopez. They set the pick. Down low. Lopez with the steal. Inside. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Now here's Giannis. 7 points in the game.
Typically, it takes Giannis one stride to get where he wants to go. And in that one stride, he's covering so much ground, you can't keep up with him.
And here's Ingles outside. So a tie game here as we finish the first half. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
30 seconds. The Bucks. 30 seconds.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And now we'll send it over to our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, for an update on Julius Randle. D.A.?
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer of the Timberwolves gave us some information. And, guys, unfortunately, he has a collapsed lung. Obviously, that's very bad news. Well, I'm told it's pretty bad news. He's definitely out for this game and probably a lot longer. Of course, you never want to hear that, Kevin.
Good information, David. He's certainly been on our minds. Now, at least, Greg, we have a little more clarity.
Yeah, now they have the information they need to take the best course of action.
Everybody wishing the best for him. We all know how badly he wants to be out there playing alongside his teammates and competing.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, Brook Lopez started off, of course, as a post scorer, but he's completely reshaped his game over time. Becoming a three-point threat and a defensive stopper. He said, I tried to focus more on being a pillar at the defensive end, someone my teammates can rely on. I'm always talking to the paint, letting them know I'm there to back them up. Kevin?
He's got great communication skills, David. Thanks for the report. Here is Lillard. Michael Conley getting his three to go. Pass to Powell. Back to Lillard. To the middle. And the dunk by Lopez.
Well, everyone knows Lillard is one of the league's best scorers off the pick and roll, so he chooses this time to make the assist.
Ingles in the corner. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Clock at 6. Powell with the steal. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
You love Lillard because he loves the game, and this is a guy who just wants to be out there. He wants the ball in the hands, and he tries not to get caught up in all the drama that happens around the game. It's 100% focused on it.
Giannis high post. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Free throw good. Giannis. Looking back at Damian Lillard's time in Portland, what an incredible 11-year run. I mean, Brent, he was the team.
Yeah, unbelievable all-time great for the Portland Trailblazers. All-NBA 7 times, Kevin, the Blazers record. And no doubt one of the most beloved players that's ever put on a uniform in the great Pacific Northwest. But I know for Damian Lillard how competitive he is. He doesn't want to just rely on what it is he accomplished there. There's more to be done, and he wants to win at the highest level. That's what he's looking to do.
Bucks leading by 4. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And there's the call on Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That'll be his second foul of the game. Lillard from outside.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Over to the wing. Right side, Conley. Now, here's Reed. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Minot can't get it to go. Here's Giannis. And Antetokounmpo with the jam.
Man, Giannis always plays at a high level, but feels like he's kicking it up a notch here.
Outside Conley to the wing on the left. Here's Ingles to the paint. Minnesota gets it back at a new shot clock of 14 seconds. 4 on the shot clock. There's the pick. Here's Minot. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Milwaukee leading by 6. Here's Lillard. No good from the wing. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand.
You guys read the game like Conley.
So it's the Bucks now. Antetokounmpo with the ball. He's got 14. Minot pulls it in. Powell with the steal. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Pass to Lopez. And he lays it straight in. Lopez has got 4 points this quarter. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Bucks.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
You also have to admire the way they've gotten out and run in transition. And they've run wide, they've run their lanes, they've been doing it with a great pace. And that's produced some easy scores.
Now, Alexander Walker. He's got 5. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Minot. Offline with his 3.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going in this quarter.
Timberwolves trail by 6. Here's Conley. Pass to Alexander Walker. And Lillard is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Some changes here for the Bucks. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Still without a basket. Bucks leading by 6. Outside, Porter. Puts it up from 17. Here's Kuzma. And Kuzma slams it in.
Can't sleep on Kuzma on the offensive glass because he's more than capable of doing damage like that.
To the inside. Back to Edwards. Over Jackson. Edwards' shot is good. Edwards got 14 points for the game.
It's simple, guys. Keep getting Edwards the ball and just let it cook.
Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Pass to McDaniels. Shot clock at 6. Back to Clark. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Bucks leading by 6. And here's Porter. Sims in the corner. This one for 3. Anthony Edwards with the rebound. Now here's DiVincenzo. Clark outside. Back to DiVincenzo. For 3, Edwards. They get it again. Clark right side. Here's Garza. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him.
Any possession that ends in a shot from that range after good player and ball movement, that's a good one.
Kuzma outside. High post, Jackson. For 3. A rebound by the Timberwolves. DiVincenzo with it. Scoreless thus far. There's a screen. Here's Edwards. Look at that.
Oh, my. What a huge flush by Edwards. Showing off right now.
Now Porter. Right side, Green. They need this one. Oh! And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Outside, Porter. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Look at Porter going into attack mode, getting his shot and a trip to the line.
And Greg, 2 seasons ago, the Bucks ranked first in defensive rating. Last season, they dropped down to number 19.
Yeah, shifting defensive schemes, coaching changes, also swapping Drew Holiday for Damian Lillard. But they can and should be better than 19.
And the Bucks with possession here, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Kuzma, right side. On the wing, Porter. He's got 5. To the wing right side. Kuzma can't get it to go. Timberwolves trailed by 5.
Yeah, take your time. You don't give them another possession.
And hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
And I like that. Edwards comes off the pick, keeps his options open, and then just makes the right read.
It's Powell on the wing. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Bucks lead by 3. From Target Center.
There's
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Milwaukee. 3-point lead. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Hey, GA, how about Damian Lillard's time in Portland? 11 magnificent years.
I mean, Kevin, arguably the best trailblazer of all time. Rookie of the year, then 7 All-Star appearances. Dame will always be a legend in the Rose City.
So many qualities of elite guard that Damian Lillard possesses on the floor, in the locker room. He really, truly sets the standard.
Edwards. Pass to Reed. Timberwolves passing it around. And here's Edwards from the arc. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
And we are seeing tonight why Edwards was selected first overall. Anthony has a special ability to score.
Outside Porter. Out to Kuzma. Jackson with it. Conley picks him up. Just 4 to shoot. Shoots from the line. Porter, no luck.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Pass to Edwards. Back to Conley. High post, Gobert. Bursting off the floor. Edwards hammers it down.
Flying high. Anthony Edwards, ladies and gents, cleared for takeoff.
Kuzma outside. Sims inside. That one doesn't go. Great D that time from Edwards. Greg, I'm sure their coach is very pleased with their offensive flow right now.
I mean, it's harder than it looks to get it going like this. Now they just have to maintain it.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
On the wing, Porter. Here's Sims. Reed with the block. Here's Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
And good credit to Gobert there. Excellent pass to an open teammate.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And the Bucks miss again.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Pass to McDaniels. Out to Edwards. Takes the 3. That shot off.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Livingston, no luck.
A fundamental footwork and boxing out there that allowed him to rip that ball right off the rim.
And so they foul intentionally. And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers talking to the team. He was disappointed in the shot selection. He told them, stay patient, run the offense, make the extra pass. You don't have to make up the deficit all at once. See if they start shooting a little better. Kevin?
Okay, David, much appreciated. Here's Alexander Walker. Inside. Here's Gobert. Just 5 to shoot. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Bucks trailed by 4. It's stolen by Edwards. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. From about 19 feet, they grabbed their own miss. Tries again. The Timberwolves again can't hit. It's Powell on the wing. Pass to Lopez. And Lopez throws it down.
Knowing his role, setting a good pick, and getting into a good spot for that attempt. Lopez, such a smart player.
And here's Edwards. It's up a 3. Edwards with another miss.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Giannis. Against contact. Giannis Antetokounmpo forces it through.
And we see this often now from Giannis. His offensive repertoire has become so versatile.
To Alexander Walker. Reed with it. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Lillard outside. Here's Powell. Kicks it out to Lillard. Shoots over DiVincenzo. Lillard misses. Here's Edwards. Here's Reed. That one drops for him.
And showing he can make plays for others. Edwards moving it with conviction.
Antetokounmpo looking it over. Stolen by Reed. One-on-one fast break. Here's Gobert. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Brook Lopez.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there. Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Bucks trail by 3. Lillard outside. Driving inside. And then Lillard slams it in.
Well, when Dame's on the move, you know something good's going to happen.
Outside Edwards. And he goes big with the tackle over Brook Lopez.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Out to the right wing. Gobert, the screen. Down low. And finished off by Gobert.
And all of that size rolling there after that screen. Gobert moves now with such confidence when in the pick and roll.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. Bucks trail by 5. Right side, Antetokounmpo. The wide open look here for Lopez. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
Maybe the halftime break was good for him. Allowed him to step back, calm himself down, get himself in the right frame of mind, and now shots are falling.
Over in the corner, McDaniels. Timberwolves passing it around. Back to Edwards. Just 5 on the clock. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. The kick out to Lopez. Trent outside to take the lead. Rebound, Minnesota.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Pass to McDaniels. And here's Reed. Lopez covering. And here is McDaniel. Up again. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. The Bucks trail. Lillard scanning the floor. To tie it up. Reed with the block. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. Minnesota on D. Here's Trent. Here's Lopez.
And having Gobert gives them such a daunting presence on D. He can affect every shot in his area.
Kick out to Giannis. 4 on the clock. And 3 chances on that possession. But they just couldn't find a way to score. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth. Pass to Edwards. To stop the drought. And the wide open shot from Reed. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting. That's a 2 from Lillard. Gobert pulls it in. Timberwolves leading by 4. Pass to Edwards. Back to DiVincenzo. Now here's Reed. Here's Edwards. By Powell. And oh, what a play. He just palms the block. Giannis charging into the lane. And so the ball's out of bounds. Reed touched it last. 51 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Powell. Now Trent. McDaniels defender.
Remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
For 3, Edwards. Nails the tray.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're down by 5. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
Score, then hope for some missed free throws or a turnover at the other end.
Yeah, this won't be easy, so a little bit of luck will go a long way for them to get back in.
Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. And it's off from 3-point range. And an intentional foul right there. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, no way that should have taken so long. They don't have that much time to waste. They need to foul immediately.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game. And so the Timberwolves take the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it mattered most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And that'll wrap it up, folks.